Hi everyone, it's Flying Gato. Welcome to my review of the 328 Xi from BMW. Now this is a courtesy vehicle. My BMW is currently being serviced. And I thought I'd do a quick review of this BMW right here. This is a 2015. And I'll show you the specs. There you are. And it's actually not a bad looking car. It's a good looking car, especially from the back. I enjoy the back. The back lights are not bad. I have a whole video on me commenting on rear tail lights. Quite a boring video if you ask me, but these lights I do like. They're not bad looking. Let's take a look at the trunk real quick. As you can see, it's quite a spacious trunk. I mean, it's not quite as spacious as a regular mid-size sedan from, let's say, Toyota or Honda. That's mostly due to the fact that this is a rear-wheel drive car. For the most part, these are sold as rear-wheel drive. Unless you get the X-Drive, which this car is, then it's four-wheel drive, and the drive line goes to the rear. Hondas only go to the front. So there's a lot more room in Hondas, but this is not so bad. This has a cargo net, you know, a few little cubby holes, and yeah, not bad. So from this angle right here, like I said, taillights are nice. You can see here 328 X-Drive. This is the four-wheel drive model, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's take a look at the back seat. Yeah, it's not bad. Spacious. Has seat warmers back here. This has that package. And the leather. It's not a bad leather. I think it's that leatherette that they use. It's not a bad material. You know, if you're looking for this kind of car, you know, you're looking for a little bit of luxury, a little bit of sportiness, and this car definitely delivers. As with all BMWs, you get the middle hump, a very pronounced middle hump, and that's again due to the drive line that goes right through the middle of the car. It's a rear-wheel drive car until you add the four-wheel drive package, and it becomes four-wheel drive. But it uses the rear wheels for the most part, and that's evidence of it right there. And yeah, you know, I'm not a big fan of the tan color. If I were to get this car in white on the outside, I would have a red interior, but that's just my tastes. This could be your tastes, and if you like it, that's you. You know, like this is very well trimmed, and the handlebars, they're metal handlebars, or at least metallic feeling, so not bad. All right, so let's take a look at the front, the passenger space. All right. So the front passenger, you know, this is very comfortable in here. Much more comfortable than an X1 that I was driving that had the cup holder right here. This is much more comfortable. We have cup holders right in front right here. We have the auxiliary plug right here. Take off these gloves. It's a little bit cold today. Auxiliary plug right there. Probably put like a little credit card or something there. You know, you have not a bad space right here. If you take a look, this is to lock the pass-through in the trunk. All right, and you can lock it here if you need to. That's for the valet. I don't know if I've never been to a valet, so I don't know how that works. I always like to park my own cars. The trim is actually not that bad either. You know, it is plastic. It is a plastic dash, but it's not bad plastic. It's soft touch. For the most part, it feels premium, of course. This probably plastic. I can't tell the difference between plastic and wood these days. It's not bad though. You know, if you read this, it's because this is a courtesy car. A lot of people don't like to pay their Easy Pass or parking tickets. They just treat this car like crap. And yeah, that's the sticker. But otherwise, I mean, this is pretty cool, and the screen, you know, is facing the driver as it should. And let's switch our seats to the driver's seat. Alright, the driver's seat. Now, I have it set up for myself, like at low and sporty. When I first got it, I was up high. I could, see over the hood pretty well. You could have it either way you'd like. And it has all the controls where you expected. I like this automatic transmission shifter. It's an 8-speed automatic, and it just goes right. If it's sport mode, you go left, and you're just gonna shift it. I'll show you that in a bit. But again, the materials aren't bad at all. This is not M Sport or a leather wrapped steering wheel, but the plastic makes it feel almost like it's leather. It feels pretty good. This is a little bit of trim here. Looks good. Feels good. And overall, it's not too bad in here. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. This is probably MSRP is around $45,000. For $45,000, it's a little bit cramped in here. And I know that the E90 series, the series that I have, is actually a little bit smaller than this series, the F30. And I believe it's F30. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong there, but this series is a little bit wide and a little bit bigger, and you could feel it. It's more spacious, a lot more room in here. But compared to, again, the Toyota Camry and the Honda Accord and even the Mercedes, this is a little bit more cramped because this is sold as a sports sedan, and sports sedans don't, they're built for more, you're more hunkered in, you're more inside the seat, and you can feel that. These seats are themselves not very good. They're the non-sport seats, or these are the regular seats, and you could tell by how flat they are, right? So they don't hold you very well when you're going to turn. You kind of slide around in the seat, and this car has a lot of potential when it comes to turning. So you would want to get the sport seats. In my recommendation, I would definitely get sport seats. You have a lot of these big cubby holes in here and over there. Like I said, you have the cup holders here. You have a little bit of storage in here. Tiny bit of storage. You got the auxiliary in here. You got the USB connection in there. You got a little car payment to do there. That's for the maintenance. It's a little joke. And I want to point out the lights a little bit, because the lights are the things that irk me in this car in particular. So I have the lights turned on right now. They're automatic lights, turn on at night automatically. But if you take a look at the lights right now, these are the lowest spec lighting package you can get, and they just look awful, ugly, terrible. Please, if you're gonna get this car, get the upgraded package. Get the Bike Xenon. Get the it's like $1,000 or $1,500 package. Definitely worth it just for the look of the car. Otherwise, it just looks cheap. And when the lights are on, they don't look too bad. But when they're off, and I'll show you that. When they're off, you get daylight running lights, and you get the little tiny slivers on the bottom, and they look terrible. When when you see this car coming down the road, you kind of see like, that's a BMW, but what is it? It's because you don't see the signature halos that you usually get with all the BMWs. That's their signature, and the lights are set up for that, but because you get the cheapest lighting package, you don't have that. So my recommendation is upgrade the light to the more expensive lighting package. It's worth it just for the looks. Now, alright, now that we've taken a look around it, this 2015 328xi, let's go for a quick drive, right, don't we, huh? Like I said, the shifter is pretty cool, pretty good. It's not, I'm used to the old kind of style of shifter where it's, the Prundle goes down, and I'll do a review of my BMW someday. And but this one's pretty cool. You just gotta get used to it. This is the park. This is the drive. It's not bad. All right. So let's go for a drive. Besides the tiny bit of lag that you have as soon as you put your foot down, it's actually decently quick. The gauges are well laid out, as they always should be in a BMW. Let's take some local roads. The turn-in feels just fine. And honestly, this car has a lot of grip, even on these salty roads. You take a turn a little too fast, not a problem. It's great. My only beef with it, and it's actually a pretty big one, is the fact that the steering has very little feel to it. Steering has very little feel to it. So like, you saw how the car just gripped? All four wheels just clawed. You know, there was a bit of salt there, so it was a little bit slippery. And all four wheels just clawed. I think the four-wheel drive on this car, the four-wheel drive system, it's very decent. May not be like a Subaru or something, but I'll tell you what, it grips better than my rear-wheel drive 335 diesel. So now that we're stuck behind a little slow van, the ride dynamics, like I said, the steering feel is just not there. They switched over to the electronic steering pump, or steering assist, instead of a hydraulic pump to assist the steering, and it doesn't feel as good as it used to. You know, it's lighter, much lighter. On my 335 diesel sport package, it's a very heavy steering feel, and it takes a little bit to get used to. But this is a lot lighter. This feels more like a Japanese car, and at least in that way. It you know, it's kind of like, it's pretty easy to just, you know, one finger. It's not as light, to be honest, as like a Toyota Camry, let's say, but it's still pretty. It's lighter than I'm used to in BMWs. But like I said, the get up and go it can be brutal. Even for that little 4-cylinder in there, it's still pretty good. And I thought it was not. You know, I'm used to very high acceleration from the 335 diesel. I have it's a very, you know, that car has 415 foot-pounds of torque, so I'm used to that. And this car has very good pickup, and I attribute it, at least in part, to this transmission. It's an 8-speed transmission. And this is very fast. I need some gasoline. This transmission is actually very good. You know, in manual mode, it actually changes gears extremely fast. I mean, other than that, you know, you have Sport here, you have Eco Pro, Comfort. You know, you could change the way the car responds. I recommend Sport. It's just a little bit better that way. It gives you less gas mileage, and as you can see, I'm out of gas. I've been averaging about 24 miles to the gallon, which is not the worst. It's not great. Yeah, this transmission is actually very good. I wish I had this transmission in my 335D. This transmission is very good. So, you saw the way I drove, the way I accelerated. Actually, it's very fast. It has very good pickup. It's not gonna burn your pants off. It's not, you know, it's not an M3 or an M4 or even a 335i or D. Those are different vehicles altogether. But for a sports sedan, this definitely has all the gutso it needs. It's as fast as you need it to be, and it's 4-wheel drive. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's, you know, if instead of getting an Audi, and this is the reason why BMW went with the X-I's and developed 4-wheel drive systems for the BMWs, because Audi was stealing all their sales. So with the 4-wheel drive in the Northeast, in the snow, I can see this clawing through the snow pretty well. I can see this managed through the rain pretty well. Like I said, when you put your foot down in mid-corner, it just claws its way through the corner. But the one thing that's missing is steering feel. It's just not there anymore. See how fast it shifts the gears? It's amazing. Let's see if I can do a little demonstration of the four-wheel drive clawing its way through the corner. So I was flooring it there mid-corner. If I would have done that with any other car, I would have, any other rear-wheel drive car, especially my 335 diesel, I would have spun entirely the back wheels. If I would have done with a front-wheel drive car, I would have just spun the front wheels. But because it's a four-wheel drive car, all four wheels just clawed through that corner, and it's uncanny how it does it. I've never owned a four-wheel drive car before, so maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I'm saying this is a good four-wheel drive setup, and I may be wrong. But the way he just clawed through that corner, I think it did great. Anyway, that's the end of my review of the 328 Xi, and yeah, it's pretty short, but I hope you liked it. If you like my videos, please subscribe. This is Flying Gato. I will see you guys later.